welcome to the State of Market. Today is 12th of September and we are going to take a look at what happened in the CS2 market in last 2 weeks and discuss what could be happening further. So in the last 2 weeks since the last video, we grown for around 5.1 billion. Now we are 5.5 billion, so there was a rapid increase as we can see in 30 days. It's 20%, which is incredible to be honest. But a lot of this was fueled by some, let's say, very interesting things happening in the CS2 market. The most obvious one is the EG Hollow, with its price is now sitting at 370 euros, which is absolutely crazy. It was at 130 for a long time, then it jumped once to 280, now it jumped even more, all the way to 400. Now it's nighttime for China, so it's going slightly back down, but this pump is crazy, and some other Stockholm things were going with it. As we can see, if I manage to find it, I won't manage to find it. Yep, as we can see at this index, which is if you owned every of Stockholm stickers a month ago, which was already after this whole thing started, it was 1000, now it's nearly 2000. Just crazy. So yeah, the Stockholm are still pumping and the rest of major markets is riding with it. We see some increase in Armars, we saw some increases in Antwerp, but Stockholm is like definitely the highest. I think that Austin is kinda riding his wave as well because the price hasn't decreased yet. But I will talk about this in separate video in just a few days, so stay tuned for that if you are interested in investing into Austin. Next thing that we have was there was big increases in the play skin prices. We started with M4A4s, then there were M4A1Ss, some AKs, then there were Deagles. Overall, as we can see, rapid increase in the last few days, but it was going overall over like last 2 weeks. Some prices were going absolutely crazy. The worrying thing about this is the play numbers are not really increasing that much. Like yes, there are some increases. We are, let's say, back to 1.5 million daily players, or like the players in the peak, which is like good. It's good to see the increase, but the increase doesn't like equal to the increase in the prices of play skins. There have been a lot of purchases. There have been rumors that a lot of Chinese investors that are not like from CS market inherently are moving into CS market as like part of their diversification and their investment, and they've been buying a lot of like higher tier play skins, so it might be it, but it's hard to verify a lot of information that's coming from China. It's like just with rumors pretty much, so we don't know, but it seems like it. There have been clear manipulation in some of these cases. For example, when we look the M4A1S market, the Leaded Glass and the Pop both have been clearly manipulated. Like these numbers are absolutely not natural. These jumps are just too big, too rapid, and too like at one time. Like when you see something like this ever in any skin, like $100 jump in a day, that's usually a very bad sign. And overall, this skin was never like perceived as really good skin, but the price has just skyrocketed over last month or so, especially in the last few days. To add to it, Valve released news in their patch 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, that the armory is going to be going through changes. We are going to have sticker craft collection and the graphic collection removed, as well as the color case. As you can see, it instantly changed their prices increases, but it wasn't only them. The elemental craft stickers price went up as well, because people are now investing into it, as we know they are going to be removed sooner or later, and then their prices will go up. Same for the older two collection with the sports and field and the overpass. The terrain was very overlooked, as it was added later, and we don't expect it to raise more. The charms have been ignored for now, but they've been growing as well in the last few days prior to this news. We'll see what the news does to them, as there is probably not going to be new collection, as neither of these is going to get removed and they are still staying in the game. If we look at the index of the whole armory, it skyrocketed after the news. So that's big news for the armory. I expect these unboxing ROIs and prices of the skins, therefore, or the stickers, going lower in the next week or two if the patch that removes them is going to come. I think it's going to take like 2 or 3 more weeks, and a lot of people are going to invest their stars into it because they are so profitable right now. So the stock is going to increase, there is going to be bigger supply, and the prices will inevitably go a bit lower. But in long term, they are going to all be a really good investment because there will be no more of them probably. The gallery case, people are speculating that it might be moved to dropping collection, either rare or actively dropping, but I don't think it's going to be the case. I think it's going to be completely discontinued. And I think the estimates of how many gallery cases are a bit overestimated, and there's not that many of them as people think there are, so they might be good investment as well, especially in the long term. So for the future, I still see this grow to continue because we have the armory update, there might be some content update with it as well, and the player numbers are increasing, and we still expect them to increase more when we look at the 3 years and we go a year back. We are still in the lower periods. There is going to be a major as well towards the end of the year, and that's when player numbers tend to go high in the December and the beginning of the New Year's. So we are still in the lower numbers. So with increasing players, there will be more skins, more investments. With armory update, there will be a lot of money going into that one. So that's the positive news. On the other hand, there's a lot of manipulation, as we can see with the EG stickers or with some of these play skin investments. So that's really like negative outlook and really worrying trend for the whole CS market, as this could like ruin a lot of investing for a lot of people because the market doesn't act naturally anymore. It acts by how certain groups wanted to act. In some places, in place of individual skins or even individual markets, as we can see at the stock volume, which is very worrying. So yeah, we have these two trends kind of fighting against each other. Also, after this increase is very rapid, very sharp, and we see that historically after every increase there is usually a, especially if it's so rapid, and this one is like probably the quickest increase yet, maybe compared to this one, the CS2 one. There is usually a drop, so we'll see. It might take a longer time, we don't know. But usually every bubble, which this one is a bubble, especially in the major markets and some of the skin markets, it might pop. Knives and gloves, on the other hand, they are like looking very stable. The prices have not been moving very much. They have not been affected by all of this hype, as we can see. Like they were a percent up, let's say a few days ago. Now they are around 0 or slightly below, depending. And the cases are also now slowly climbing up, which is a good sign for them. We like to see our cases climb. They are the most solid investment in long term, and they probably always will be. You can't expect these big gains with the sticker market right now, let's say, or even the skin. But you know that in long term they are always growing. So these are some of the good signs, but as I said before, we have also some bad signs. So it's really hard to predict what's going to happen in the market next. And I would like to hear from you. Feel free to comment down below what you think, what's going on, or what is going to happen, what you plan to invest, or are you staying away from the market? And that's everything from me now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.